north on 222nd Avenue Southeast toward Southeast 271st Street. You're back online. You are on the fastest route and your route is clear. You should reach your destination by 9:07 a.m.
Hi everybody, good morning from where I am and good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are. This is Jessica with the Business Minds program, and I want to welcome you to ride with me
Turn right onto Southeast 268th Street.
as we get a conversation. We talk about business and about money. Money. Business Minds is a program that inspires you, motivates you to make money, save money, invest your money, and grow your money, and eventually harvest money and have get to live the financial independence that you need to live in. So ride
Next
with
right
me
onto Southeast 268th Street.
and feel free to share also in the comment sections. Share your idea, your opinion as we go together. I always make this time Monday morning to share. Actually, I was trying to share and my phone was slowing down, so I decided to start. But let me share to have people on my personal account get to know that I'm live already. But you are all welcome. Money and eventually harvest money and have get to live the financial independence. This other gadget is slow. all set. I was trying to get my phone to share. So as I was introducing to you, those of you who are new here, that the Business Minds program is a program
Turn right onto 220 seconds
that will
southeast.
inspire you, motivate you, and encourage you, and support you to make money, save money, invest your money, and grow your money. And also after you grow your money, you are able to harvest money and be in a place where you want to be financially. Have that financial independence, which is very important. We all need to be in a financial independence, and that independence comes, is determined by you yourself. It's determined by you yourself, the quality of
Take
the
the
life
next right onto 220
you want to
seconds
live.
southeast, then turn left onto Whit
The
Road
quality
southeast.
of life you want to live. And I always say that you decide that kind of life. You have to start by deciding the kind of life you want to live. You know, it's not
Take the
about
next left onto Whit Road
driving the
southeast.
most expensive car. It's not about living in the most
Continue
expensive
on Whit Road
neighborhood.
southeast for 1 mile.
But it's about what you want yourself. And the life that you want is gonna cost money. The comfort that you want, everything around the world revolves around money. I don't know who designed it that way, but it is the way it is. It is the way it is. Everything you want in this life is gonna cost money. It costs money to live a comfortable life. It costs money. People say that money does not buy you happiness, but money can give you the comfort that brings happiness. Most of the time when we are comfortable, we get happy. Like, you know, when you're comfortable, you are able to pay your bills, you're able to live where you want to live, you are able to drive a car that you want to drive, you're able to educate your children in the school you want to educate them from, you are able to give them an education that you want them to have. It will all contribute to your happiness. It will all square down to happiness. You feel happy when you achieve things that you desire and things that you want. So I want to encourage us. Hi Kiki. Where do you find such music? You have this
In a
music.
quarter
I
mile,
found
at the
it.
traffic circle. Continue straight to stay on Whit Road southeast.
I think it is on YouTube, Kiki. But I found it with a hawker guy in Kampala. I brought these CDs with me. Somebody was hawking in the street in Kampala and tuned on that music, and I liked it. And I bought a couple of those. It is a music that is worth listening to, especially when you're starting a day. It gives you a sense of courage for those of you who understand Luganda. So it says that God will still do it. It's a matter of time, for He's faithful. Oh, okay, I think I've answered you, Kiki. But I think it is in Kampala you can get that message, and I think on YouTube you can find that music when you know the artist. I was saying that everything that we want, and it's gonna revolve around money. And I wanted to encourage us. Oh my gosh, today is a public holiday. How nice! The roads are not busy. Yay! Sometimes I get surprised when I'm on the road and there's no traffic.
In a quarter mile, use
I'm
the
like,
left
what
two lanes
happened
to turn
today?
left onto
'Cause
Washington 169 North.
I keep working and I don't keep track of the public holidays. Because even on the main holiday like Christmas or Thanksgiving here, I
Use
find
the left
myself
two
on the
lanes to
road
turn
having to
left
go
onto
to work
Washington 169 North.
because of my nature of work, and the stage of life I'm in, the season of my life. I told you, you have to know the season of your life now. I'm now a little bit busy, but definitely watch. Sasang, that's fine. Always these videos are left up here for you to watch in your free time. I don't expect everybody to be watching at the time I'm live, but eventually I realized that many people watch afterwards, and we go to 10,000, 15,000 views because people are living in different time zones and different schedules, but they go on record. So I don't only present for people who are online, but I present to people who are always interested and who will always land on this. So I was saying that we got to have a skill of how to make money, and I'm talking about being in control of your money and not allow your money to control you. That is what I wanted to discuss as I ride to work. Be in control of your money, and I will tell you this, that you will not be able to control anything that is not in your power. You understand? You cannot control anything that is not in your power. You got to subdue money first and get it into your power, and then you can control it. You know what I mean? Get money into your custody. And remember, in my previous videos I told you that money goes where it is honored. Money can come to you when you don't respect it, but it won't stay. It can only stay where it is honored. It can only stay where it is respected. It's only stay where it is valued. That is the way money behaves. And I taught you in some videos on how to behave around money. It all gets to
Continue on Washington 169
learning
north for
those
11
skills.
miles.
And I'll remind you always that it does not matter how much you make. It does not matter at all how much you make. What matters is how you behave around the much or the little you make. How do you behave yourself around the money that you make? That is the most important trick and the skill around money, and you're gonna have to acquire this skill. Otherwise you're gonna work all your life, and after you work all your life you have nothing whatsoever to show for your money, for your sweat, for your hustle. Watch together. We want you to work and earn that little or that much, and then eventually after a time you are able to see what you have worked for, what you have labored to achieve, and you are able to behave around it. You are able to control it. People get obsessed with money because they never gotten a skill. I told you, Africans, we lag behind about financial literature. We are not literate. We go to school. Someone can have a degree and even a PhD in finance, and still they don't know how to make money, and they don't succeed financially. You understand? So it's a skill that we grow to learn with. I think it all comes from the curriculums on how we are trained. We are taught theories that maybe don't work anymore in the life we live in, theories that don't exist anymore. You realize somebody who wrote designed a curriculum on which way we teach our children wrote it in the 60s, and that is the curriculum. In the 70s, even in the 80s, even in the 90s, that curriculum won't work today, has to be upgraded because life evolves, and we are so privileged to be living in a generation as this, where we have technology, you know, where things are now easier. Sometimes I feel sorry for my parents, and I'm like, oh man, they missed out on all this because they had to go at an early age. But you cannot be teaching people about the Stone Age, the Stone Age, the early man. It's not going to apply anywhere. We got to learn things that are applicable, that things that we go through. That is the best education you can ever get. That's why I encourage you that even as you have a degree, even as you are so educated, please educate yourself by listening to people's experiences, listening to current information. I hate going to school. I will tell you this. I do it because the system we work and live in is designed. You only qualify when you have an academic level. That's why I go to school. But most of the things we learn at school don't apply whatsoever in the real life, even in the fields we are in. That's why I want to appreciate like a country like America. They designed the few trainings that have been able to partake. They designed them and they are very applicable, not only in the fields that we work in, because in the field that I work in and the training that I got does not only help me to make money, but that training also helps me to live a quality life and know how to take care of people and understand people. So it can help you to, my training can even help me to raise a better family, because I know I have skills. I know hygienic skills. I know so many things that really apply. And each year they keep us going for more trainings. They do that to have us keep our licenses active, but also to teach us new skills according to what is current. To what is current, to keep us current, because we will realize that the way we did things last year have to be different from the way we're gonna do things this year, because maybe the weather has changed, maybe we have new viruses that we need to have a different approach if we are going to fight them. For example, like this year they say we have a different virus of flu. That's why those of you who have been following me for long enough have been suffering from, I don't know what it is, but I've been sneezing for almost 5 months. And it's not only me, it's the entire community where I live. Everybody's sneezing. And there's a different virus. So when we go to train this year, they are going to have us learn new skills on how to manage this. And that is applicable, that is important in life. But so many things that we spend many years doing are not applicable, are not important at all. So we're talking about money. And we are talking about having enough information on how we can make money, and we can stay in control of our money. Because most of us, I always tell you this because I've always been doing this. Each one of us gets excited when they make money or when they get money. Each one, if you want to be honest with yourself, we all get excited. And when we get excited, we act accordingly. We behave accordingly. You get money and you get excited, you go and spend it because you are excited. And at that point, when you spend money out of your excitement, you are not in control of that money, but that money is right controlling you right there to have you do things that you did not intend or you did not even have to do. For example, if you realize that at the end of the month, or Some of us are not only paid at the end of the month, but I would say on the paid day, you realize that on your paid day, you spend more than you've been spending regularly. For those of us who don't have the skills to manage money and control money, when you get paid, that's when you think about changing your hairstyle. For those of us who are ladies, when you get paid or you get money, that's when you think about going out and take your friends out and spend some money. When you get paid or when you get money is when you think about your cousin or your brother or who needs help. But before you get money, you don't think about that. And I would not say that I don't mean that all those things are not right to do. No, but I say that those things should be put in consideration before you make money, so that when money shows up, you are not having it giving you a direction, but you are in place to direct your money to a place where you want it to be. And that is a skill we have to learn, including me. You learn to direct money because you have planned it. You have planned well. And you have to be a person. That's called financial discipline. But it's when we call it financial discipline, we don't realize what it all takes to be financially disciplined. And we all lacking in this. Many of us are lacking in this. And I'm trying so hard to push myself, to discipline myself, which is still a struggle. A struggle, I'll be honest with you. But that is the way you can be in control of your money and not allow money to control you. And then when you are in control of your money, you can always tell your money what it has to do for you, because money is a servant. Money is a servant. Money is meant to serve you. Money is meant to bring you, to do for you things that you want to do in life, so that you live a comfortable life. You understand? So when you get to that place, you even get to a day, you just all you do is to go and make money. Sometimes I don't even care if it's a paid day. I've learned that. I'm not getting any more excited that it's a paid day. No. Paid day comes and it takes me 3 days before I can check my account. But there are people who are, I think money goes in my account on a paid day at 6 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes because I've ever checked at 5 and it's not there. But I was not checking for the money. I was just checking my online account and see what I needed to do, and I found. But what I mean, that people who are having money control them, they are always working under pressure and operating under pressure around money. They can't wait. I told you, I think, a story of, and so many people live like that. All they want is to spend their money. One time I got a guy who hit me. I had parked somewhere and he was backing up, and he was an older man. And he couldn't see the car behind and hit my car. And he came, he was a gentleman, he came, knocked at my door. I was working someplace and parked at the street. He could even easily disappear and nobody will know that he did that. But the law here requires you to go and, or even leave a note. If you can't find that person, leave a note that you have knocked the car and with your telephone number and your address, so that the owner of the car that you have hit will contact you. So this guy came and knocked at the door where I was working and said, I think I've hit your car. And then we went to see the car and we talked, and he said, I have issues. I would want to settle this outside of my insurance company, because this time they will even cancel my policy. I think he had issues with vision. I think he had done so much and he still wanted to still drive. So I said, I'll go to the mechanics and get an estimate, and then I'll get back to you. That's what he also advised. So I went to the mechanics, and they estimated $2,500 to fix that body. It was a small dent on the body, and maybe they crushed the side mirror at one side. But here, like working on the body is the most expensive thing on the body of the car, most expensive thing you can pay for, repairing or having to fix a car. So I said, this is an older car. I can even drive it without having to fix the body, and maybe I can replace the side mirror. And the guy pleaded with me, and he said, then I'm gonna give it up to the insurance because I can't afford that. So I was so kind, and I asked him, how much can you afford? Because I had made up my mind that I'm not going to work on the body. He said if it was something not beyond $2,000, I would write you a check. So I said, fine, you can pay that. And then I said, I'm not going to fix this. I'm going to only put a side mirror because this car is tired, it's old. I was looking into buying a new car. So I went there with a friend, and they gave us a $2,000 check. And this friend told me, why don't we drive to a they call it cash, those places, mobile money, cash, whatever. I don't use them. I don't even know. Money orders, I think. I don't know. And say, why don't we go to those places right away and cash this check? I told him, and then do what? And maybe we can do ABCD, and maybe you can also help me with $500. And I said, what? Before it even sits in the bank, before even I bank, I deposit this check, you want us to cash it and then start spending it? It was kind of insulting to me, because I realized that this is a guy who works every day, and at a given time he has two jobs.
Turn right onto the I-405 North ramp to Everett.
He has two jobs at a given time, but he's ever broke. He's ever looking to borrow, and he actually was excited to drive me to that place, because my car didn't have the side mirror and I didn't want to drive it, so that we can get that money. And so he can
turn right onto the I-405
he can borrow some. And I said, you know what, man, I don't behave like that around money. I don't just get excited because I have
in a quarter mile, merge onto I-405 North.
I told him that I'm also still struggling to educate myself about money. And I'm disciplining myself not to blow every money, or not to spend every money that comes to me. Hi, Pato. Hi, sorry, long time, Pato. How have you been, and where have you been? Hi, lovely. Hi, everybody. So, we are talking about money and being in control. There are so many approaches people use or can use when they are teaching us on how to control, have money, be in control of money. But me, I want us to understand that you have to get off that pressure and get off that impulsive acting. In that way, you are going to realize that you make enough money for you to save and invest in what you want. And you will realize not so long that you can have money. The fact that you're not making a lot of money does not mean that you can't make the most out of it. So let us learn to master money. Even if you have 10,000, that's like $3 Uganda shillings. Look at that money and say, I got to spend this money, but what am I going to spend it on? I'm going to spend it on and plan for your money. Some of us don't have a regular income. I used to live that life, that's why I talk about it. I never had a regular, like a standard income, like where I expect that on every 30th I'm going to be paid this amount of money. I never had that. I used to go out and fish for money, and sometimes I catch and sometimes I can't. I don't. And sometimes I come home with a good amount of money, and sometimes I come back with nothing, and sometimes I would come back with nothing for a whole week when I wake up every day to go and fish. But I did not learn. Actually, I learned forcefully. To behave around money, because I knew that my money is not consistent. So when I get a lot of money, I'm not going to spend like I'm going to get more money tomorrow. And even if you know that you're going to get more money tomorrow, things happen in life. And when things happen in life, things can change. And you end up getting screwed. And you end up being in trouble. Or losing, actually, your control. I told you, you can only control something that you have in your power. That is in your power. The wife that is no longer married to you, or not yet married to you, you cannot control that person. You cannot control where she goes or what time she comes home. That is not in your power. But the wife that you married in your house, you control where she goes, what time she's home. Yeah, you can control her. Same applies to money. You can only control your money if you have it in your custody. And you can control only the money you have. So you have to learn to be in control of the money you have, however little it is and however much it is. I told you your money can kill you. Your money can dig a grave for you. Your money can kill you. How many young men that you've seen, especially in Uganda, that have died at a very early age because their money sent them to control them. They never knew how to control their money. Watch out for those guys who behave so strange. Me, I find it strange around money. When they close deals and get a huge amount of money, and they come and they throw parties and they dish out money, most of the time those people don't live long. They don't, because money can preserve you and money can kill you. Money can be royal if you respect it, and money can be hostile if you disrespect it. Take it from me, believe it or not, it can be hostile. It can take your life. Just money, if you cannot control it, it can take your life away from you. I had a girlfriend, a girl we went to school with, a girl who was full of life, a girl who was so happy all her life, and a girl who was just blossoming in her early 20s. And then she started
In
dating.
2 miles, use the second from the right lane to take exit 11 for I-90 West towards Seattle, Mercer Island.
And she started dating a young man who is starting out to blossom, young man who was starting out to get money and so excited. And this young man went and bought a sport bike. You know those strong bikes that Muzita Kunama what? I don't know. I know that they are sport bikes. And he got money when he was young. And he was having this girlfriend who is full of life. And he went and bought that strong motorbike that you need to be experienced to ride. You have to be experienced to ride that thing. Me, I'm afraid of it. When I get my friends want me to put me on that sport motorbike and ride me, I freak out. And guess what happened? They did not even stay with that motorbike for a week. Those two sat on their motorbike and they went on to ride around those stupid roads in Mityana. And then with the crazy drivers in the road, I don't know what happened. I don't know if they could not know, they did not know how to control the gears of that bike. They hit,
In a quarter mile, use the second from the right lane to take exit 11 for I-90 West towards Seattle, Mercer Island.
They hit a bump, and they had and the bike flew up, and it fell, and there was a car coming also
Use
on
the
a
second from the
very
right lane to
fast,
take exit 11, then keep left at the fork.
on a very fast speed, and smashed them away, and that was the end of their
Keep
lives,
left at the
both
fork.
of them. Oh my, we cursed that bike. We wished they had not bought that thing, because if you buy it, I'm not saying that if you get money and that is the thing that you want to buy, but get acquainted with it. Don't allow it to control you. Start with a simple bike so that you learn. I think this guy had never bought
In a quarter mile, keep right.
a
Follow
regular,
signs for I-90 West, Seattle.
never owned a regular bike, and so he never owned a regular bike, and so when he got money, he bought this one
Keep
that
right.
was so strong for him, and their life has had to end like that. How many young people that I know that have lost? We had another friend, a guy who was dating my friend. That's the same exact way. He lost his life.
In
He
2
was
miles,
young.
take exit 7 for
I think
Island
his
Crest
dad
Way.
had died, and his dad left lots of money. And this guy was spending money, going to bars, drinking, and then he could not control this money. He allowed this money to control him. And guess what? He went and bought those sport motorbikes. Those are very expensive. Oh my. I never knew how expensive they are until I came to America. They cost more money than most good cars. So this guy also bought the same thing, and he went to drink, and as he was riding home after he has some alcohol in his head, he hit a bump, like, you know, Ugandan roads in Kampala. He died on the spot. How many young people, and you don't blame it on anybody, you blame it on their capability to control the money they have. Yes, There are people who can go crazy just because they have hit 1 million shillings, Ugandan money. That is maybe $30,000. You understand? And they cannot control that. They cannot behave around that. They're going to make all the poorest choices of their lives that can even claim their life. I told you that if you don't respect money, money can take your life. And Africans, we know how to blame it on witchcraft.
7 for Island Crest Way.
We find something to blame it on. We blame it on witchcraft. We blame it on other people who are jealous. We blame it on the government and everything else but ourselves. It's because we don't know the skill.
Take exit 7.
Me, I don't even drive sport cars.
Turn left onto
You may
Island
think
Crest
I'm
Way.
a coward, but if a car is...
Turn left onto Island Crest Way.
I don't fancy sport cars. If I'm not that experienced, I don't understand a certain vehicle, why would I give myself, oh no,
In a quarter
challenge?
mile, merge onto Island Crest Way.
Hey, let me first drive these regular cars and get acquainted, get comfortable before I can go in for those, you know, just because I want to show off. When you're showing off at the expense of your life, you all know that young man who died I think it was a premature death. That I don't want to mention his name, but you know all the people that you know of that never knew how to control money, and money took their lives. It's money. It's money that can claim your life. You want to show everybody that you have it. So that means you are not controlling it. It is controlling you. Okay? Have you noticed how rich people behave? People who have money, they don't even want to show you that they have it. And they have a lot of it. But people who are still struggling, trying to get money. And I tell you this, just do your research. That people who don't respect money and abuse
for
it,
half a mile.
they end up broke. They call them regents, and you look for them and you can't find them anywhere. You say, oh, you used to hear about that person. What happened? They are broke. They are nowhere. And we have media that can
In a quarter mile, turn left on 84th
you know, when
Avenue Southeast.
you have money and you want to show everybody that you have, media will help you also spend it, because you will have a big budget to prove to people that you have money. You will have a big budget.
Take the next left on 84th Avenue Southeast.
But-
Then turn left to stay on 84th Avenue Southeast.
After you lose it all, you will tell me.
Head south. Turn
So
left
be
to stay
in
on
control
84th Avenue Southeast.
of your money. Don't let
In a
money
quarter
control
mile,
you.
your destination will be on the
Don't
left.
let money decide for you. You decide for it. Don't let money change you. You change.
In 600 feet, turn left on 86th Avenue Southeast.
Don't let money change who you are. Eh? You behave a certain person, eh? That your mother did not raise. Some gentle people, when you say, I was asking a girl and said, that's not the way my mother raised me. So you have to behave. Don't let money change you into a person your mother did not raise. I believe your mother raised you to be a humble person, a gentle person, a respectful person. People disrespect people just because they have some money in their pocket. You know, you all had the guy who was shot in a parking lot because he disrespected a security guard. Just because he thinks he have money, he thinks that he can disrespect everybody. And there he was shot. And where is he? He's no more. What is bringing all that arrogancy and that pride? It's because you have some little money on you. and you don't know how to behave around it. It's controlling you. It's telling you what to do. No, money is not. I'm fighting that myself. I don't want money to tell me what to do. I want to be able to send it to serve me and tell it what it can do for me. What I want it to do for me. Not it to decide for me. So please, be in control of your money. As I end up this program, I want you to learn the skill. Those of you, I know most of you who follow me are still in your prime years, still making money, still working hard to make it happen for yourself and for your family. And if you're in your prime years making money, yes, take good care of yourself, but don't let money change you into a person that you're not raised to be. Don't let money change you into a person that's not you. You know, you best can represent yourself even as you have a lot of money. Be in control of your money. Money shouldn't send you to abuse everybody else, to disrespect everybody else. Just because you have money. There are people who are having money controlling them. And they can use money. I saw somebody said, I can even put you to jail and pay somebody to hold you there. I'm like, hey, is that what you think money can do for you? Don't you have other things to spend money on? There are people spending money on having other people insult others on their behalf just because they have money. And you understand that this one is a fool. They have the money, but they can't control the money, and they're allowing money to control them. So they allow money make decisions for them. You make decisions for your money. You don't allow money make decisions for you. You don't allow money misrepresent you or misrepresent your family. You don't allow money to misrepresent your values, things that you attach value to, and you drop them just because you have money, you have little money on you. No. You can have money and you can tell it what to do for you, and you can make the best, and money will be friends with you. I told you, money can come to anybody, but money stays where it is respected. Money stays where it is honored. Money stays where it is valued. If you have value for your money, you will keep it and it will stay with you. I'm not gonna spend money to pay people to go and hurt others, because that will be abusing it, and eventually it will walk away from you and you will never see it again in your life. You look at the people who are abusing others because they are in power, and power, money means power. Money will empower you to do things. Money is power. There is no power without money. You're telling us a lie. If you're powerful and you're broke, no way. You got to have money. Yes. You get to have some money and let money represent you. I mean, represent yourself. Don't make money represent you. You got to represent yourself. Even when you talk, there are people who talk so braggingly and so offensively just because they have some little money on them. And I don't hate people with money, because I love money and I make money and I have some little money on me. But I don't want money to represent me. I want people to love me for me. I want people to accept me for me. I want people to be able to understand me for me, not because of the type of the car I drive. I want people to treat me for me, not because of the nature of the job or the area I live in. No, treat me for me. Love me for me. Like me for me. Not for the expensive car I drive. I tell people that even as I can afford to buy any Brazilian hair, I want people to be able to see me for what? Look at this. And still respect me for me. And still like me for me. That's representing myself, not just money. Because we do a lot. I do my hair. I like nice things. I would spend money on expensive things when I like them and I can afford them. But there are people who just don't want to represent themselves. They want everything money to represent themselves. So you come in flashy, you come in expensive, sometimes you are even in debt, and you want people to get an impression of a person that you are not are. That is you allowing money to control you. But let people know who you really are, and let them, if you get one person like you for who you were, you don't need the whole world to like what money has done for you. Some people are living in an abusive relationship because of money. Some people are living in toxic environments, but because of money. No. Money, you should represent yourselves. You should represent your values. People cannot even come out to say the truth because of money. Money is controlling them. Money has changed them. Whatever they believed in, they have dropped because of money. And money can control you. But the skill is you can get a billion shillings and misrepresent yourself, and believe me not, that billion shilling will not stay with you, because you are not loyal to yourself. It's like when you have a maid who's supposed to serve you, and then you disrespect yourself in front of that maid. You go drink and you pee in your pants. That maid will never respect you, even as you pay them money. They will even go in the neighborhood and talk about you because you misrepresented yourself. That's what money is. Money is our servant. We go to look for it and correct it and bring it home. And then we are supposed to send it to do what it has to do. We need it to do, not for it to tell us what we have to do. No. Don't first accumulate money to think of what you want to do. First get what you want to do and go look for money and do what you want to do. There you will be in control of money, and you will live a peaceful life with money. You will live at peace with money. So with that all being said, I want to bring the program to the close. I have to clock in and go to work. Have yourself a great week. Don't allow anybody misrepresent you or disrespect you because they have more money. Don't bow to anybody that you don't believe in just because of their money. Don't allow money make decisions for you. Make decision for your own self. God bless you. Bye-bye.